Hello there, and then welcome to a brand new video. This is Happy Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. In this video, we are looking at decimal places. To explain what decimal places are, and then we work some questions on it just to enhance our understanding. So, without much I say or do, let's quickly go into it. Now, when we talk of decimal places, what actually comes to mind? So, it is just we get the definition from the words within. The decimal place refers to the number of digits after a decimal point in a number. The number of digits after a decimal point in a what? A number. So let's take a number such as 12.3. With this over here, you have just a digit. You see, so with this, you'd say we have what? One decimal place. One decimal place. You get it? And well, as I explained to you how we name these decimal places, you can relate it also to the place value system. So this one here has one decimal place, but in the place value system, we can also say it is to the 10th. Remember, we said digits, decimals with just one digit, or the first digit after the decimal point is the 10th. So this is one decimal places, or it is in the 10th place. Now we have 12.37. This here is two decimal places because we have what? Two digits after the decimal place. Hence, we are saying it is to two decimal places. But we also say the 7, the digit 7 is to the 100th place. You see, it is to the 100th place. We'll be using these two interchangeably. So either two decimal places or to the 100th place. 12.378. This over here has three decimal places because there are three digits after the what? The decimal point. Or the 8 is to the 1000th place. It is to the 1000th place. Then finally, we have 12.3785. This here has four digits after the decimal place. Hence, it is in the 5 here, it is in the 10,000th place. I didn't say thousand with an S, but with a TH. So thousandth, 10,000th. That is where this 5 is. So now that we know what the various decimal places are, let's quickly work out some solutions. Now, before we can solve these questions, we need to look at some of the rules that helps us to round decimals into what? A particular number of places. First of all, if you are given a question and you want to round it to a particular number of places, now you have to identify the required number of places you want to round to. You see, so do you want to round to two decimal places? Do you want to round to three decimal places? Whatever the case may be, take note of it. You see, now as you take note of it, find the digit that is at that place. So if you are rounding to one decimal places or you are rounding to the 10th, then look at the digit at the place value of the 10th. If you are rounding to two decimal places or you are rounding to the 100th, look at the digit at the what? The second decimal place. You get it? Then now you look at after taking note of the digit, look at the digit to immediately after it. That is to its right. If they are 5 or more, if the digit there is 5 or more, what you are going to do is you are going to round your digit up. What do you mean by rounding up? Then you are going to add 1 to it, you see. But then if it is less than 5, then you are going to round it down. And by rounding down, we mean you leave it as it is. After which you remove all the digits that come after the place. So let's now solve some questions since we are ready to do so. So to try it out, our first question here says we have to round to two decimal places. Instead of rounding to two decimal places, the question could have also been round to the nearest 10th. So instead of rounding to two decimal places, we could have also said round to the nearest 100th. 100th, because two decimal places is to the 100th. So we come and say our digit. is 23.789. You see, and the first step is let's identify the required number of decimal places. That is 2 decimal places. Now we should find a digit at that decimal place. We have 8 there. You get it? So we have 8 at the what, the 100th. Hence, we look at the digit that comes at its right hand. The digit right after it, that is 9. And it says if it is 5 or more, let's round up. And I said rounding up simply means you are going to add 1 to it. So it means to 2 decimal places, we are going to get what? 23.7. And since we are rounding up, we are going to add 1 to it. 9. You get it? 23.79. This here will be what? Our rounding of this digit to 2 decimal places. As simple as that. So the most important thing here is we taking note of the digit at the decimal places we want to work on. You see, then take note of the digit after it. If it is more than, if it is 5 or more, just add 1. If it is less, you leave it as it is, and then the remaining are omitted. Okay, so our next question here is asking us to round 5.743 to 3 decimal places. To 3 decimal places. And 3 decimal places, it could have also said round to the nearest thousandth with a th at that end. I'm putting emphasis on that so that you do not confuse it with what? Thousands. So we are rounding to the nearest thousandth or to 3 decimal places. Our number is 5.7436. And then it is to what? We are rounding it to 3 decimal places. So it becomes 5.74. We said let's identify the number at the decimal place we want to round to, and that is 3. So this is the 3rd decimal place. After which we look at the digit that comes after it. In this case, the digit that comes after it is 6. Hence, if it is 6, we are going to do what? 6 is within the range of 5 or more. So we are just going to add 1 towards the 3 so that it becomes 4. You get it? Instead of a 3 over here, it has become a 4. So that we have 5.74 what? 4. That becomes our answer. Let's take one last question, after which I give some exercises for you to try. Now, for this next question we have here, we have to round 49.999 to 2 decimal places. Or we are rounding it to the 100th. You see, we are rounding it to the nearest 100th. So we have 49.999. In talking of 2 decimal places, we look for the digit at that place. And this is it over here. The 2nd decimal place. You see, then we ask ourselves what digit comes after it. In this case, it's a 9. Now we said if it is a 9, which is within the range of 5 or more, then we are going to add 1 to it. So it simply means we have 49.99, and we said we are going to add 1 to it, right? So plus this one just to this place. So we have 1 plus 9, that gives us a 10. So we just write a 0, then we carry a 1 here. 1 plus 9 gives us another 10. So we put a 0, then we carry the 1 to the whole number column. Remember the decimal point. 1 plus 9 also gives us what? A 10. So we put a 0, then it comes up here. And then we have 1 plus 4, giving us a 5. So it simply implies that our answer, that is rounding 49.999 to 2 decimal places, is going to be about 50.00. And for this particular question, even if you were supposed to round it to 1 decimal place, you would have still gotten the same answer as 50.0. If to let's say 1 decimal place as well, you get 50.0. It is all about you understanding and then just applying the basic principle which works in all. So that is how far this video is gonna get, and I'm going to write out some exercises you can use as your try work. So as a try work, you have the following set of questions here you can try just to test your understanding. This is Hub Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. If this is your first time, you can always choose to subscribe if you found the video helpful. If there's any issue of concern, you can also let me know at the comment section, and I will address that when I do say it. This now is the end of the playlist on decimal places. In our subsequent lessons, I'll pick questions, that is past questions, and then solve them for you. Stay blessed and bye.